Guys, welcome back. Third and final project for this stretch. It is the knife sheath for a K-bar knife. Well, I don't have a K-bar, and I couldn't exactly have that other knife be lent that other knife to be able to do up the sheath. Because it would be obvious at that point. And, well, I've got something that's close. And, but not quite close enough. Something I can still base it off of, but I still have to over make it. I have this RH36, which is a precursor to the K-bar knife. And, well, this particular style that they have, this is the precursor to it. But the K-bar that they have is about an inch longer or so, but everything else is pretty much the same. And so I'm going to base the sheath off of this, and plus the modifications. I'd have to do up extend it out and everything. So I'm going to end up doing some things that are unique, because I had on this one it was kind of they're wanting it a little bit different. So I'm going to kind of let my imagination roll with this one a little bit and run it off of the criteria that they gave me and go from there. It's going to be kind of an interesting one. So it's it's going to be kind of an interesting sheath outside of my traditional knife sheaths. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it.
like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me,
So guys, I now have it done. And I will have to say, not to toot my own horn, but this is probably the best one I've done so far. And and definitely the most unique sheath I've ever done before. I'm actually very happy with it. Now, as you can tell, this is not a traditional sheath. This is a multi-functioning sheath. First off, it's not made for this particular knife, but it's made for one that's very close. This is my RH36. The one I made it for is a K-bar, which is a little bit bigger than this one. It's about an inch longer, but the width of it is about the same, the blade height. So I was able to base the sheath off of this. Now, main thing about this sheath is that I can have the blade going in either direction. I can have it either going in like this, with the blade coming out, or the opposite way. It can be done up either way. So that's one thing. Now I've got this. Here, let me get this back in there. Now I have the ring here, the keeper ring at the top. Now I purposely made this a little bit larger because I'm not exactly sure of the handle on that K-bar. And on top of that, the owner of the K-bar may end up rehandling it, putting an antler. May end up rehandling it and putting an antler handle on it. So I wanted to make sure that, as you can tell, this collar. Whoop, here. This collar is an awfully big for this particular handle. And like I said, I don't know about that K-bar. I don't have one, which I actually looked into them. I think I might go ahead and get me one. I kind of like them. And, but yeah, as I was saying, it is a little bit larger, but I don't know about this handles. And like I said, he'll possibly end up rehandling it, putting it on a handle. And I wanted to make sure that this was going to be big enough. Now, I have this belt loop off of a Milwaukee tape measure. As you can tell here, I actually got mine from the shop. This particular pocket clip, exact same one. No, not exact one. An older style of it. I just noticed how this was a little bit wider, but it's off of an older Milwaukee tape measure. I had actually scalped it off of this that holds my ferro rod in it. It has my ferro rod. I scalped it off that because I don't hardly ever use the clip. I just take it out there and use it. And I usually just keep it in my bag anyhow whenever I'm out camping. But this was a special request, some kind of a clip type deal. And these can also be used on belts. So they'll have to. Should be able to put this on his belt. Should. Hold on, let me see if I can. Now it's got me thinking. And yes, I have a belt back here. So yes, it's actually kind of a tight fit. But if needed, he can. Now, the really odd thing that I've never done before for a sheath, and that's this. Now, this is for the purpose of putting this on your pocket and then clipping it to a loop, belt loop, or something. And that way you don't lose the knife. Well, at the very least, the sheath. Now, if you wind up losing the knife, that's because it's popped loose. So, that's the design, and it's, like I said, it's a very unique build. And now, since this is done, I'm really anxious to get this to the owner. And man, my progress has come a long ways. I made very good progress on a lot of stuff. The looks, the edging. I'm sorry, I'm not I'm not meaning to toot my own horn. I've came a very long ways since I first started making stuff out of leather. A very long ways. So now, since this is done, I'll be able to go back to my normal routine. We'll be making stuff for this summer. Be stockpiling items. I'll end up making a video eventually before I actually start going to farmers markets about the stuff that I made up. I'll probably make a video here and there of the items that I'm making, about what it is. I might end up just making a video of how some of that stuff, how I make some of that stuff. But I'll definitely I'll be making a video to mark the beginning of it all. I'll probably end up making a whole, what are those called? Vlog of the farmers markets of me going out and selling stuff. So, and if so, I hope to be able to see some of you guys out there. I know I don't have very many followers right now, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to at least see some people that follow me out there, or at least see my videos. And so, video verse. We're back in 1 John, chapter 4, verses 12 through 19. No one has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love has been perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. And we have seen and testified that the Father has sent the Son as Savior of the world. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him, and he in God. And we have known and believed the love that God has for us. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God in him. Love has been perfected among us in this, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Because as he is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear involves torment. But he who fears has not been made perfect in love. We love him because he first loved us. And that is 1 John chapter 4, verses 12 through 19. And I'll see you guys in the next one.